Hey everyone.
Woo!
Awesome. We were not live on Twitch, and during all of that stuff, I managed to fix the Twitch issue we were having.
Oh, yay.
Woo!
Yes.
Scrambling IT work there. Although we are apparently doing a talk show and podcast, so I'll need to figure out how to fix that later.
A talk show and podcast at the same time?
That's the category we've been placed under, which feels inaccurate.
Welcome. I'd like to thank my guests for joining me here tonight.
Hey, whoa.
I do have a guest. Look, it's Halloween here.
Yeah.
And to celebrate, I've started to put out my Halloween decorations for
Right.
Nice.
my
Now
live
we're
stream.
under tabletop RPGs.
Oh, nice.
I love
So, you got that little guy, and then those little guys down there.
Do
we're
they have
gonna hold-
names?
Yeah,
one-
Bones and Little Bones.
it. Aw.
That's how creative I am on the spot. You got me.
No worries.
That's right. It's October. We're
Yes.
back after some funky hiccups due to convention schedules and
Yes, every convention
Other
being
stuff.
pushed to 1 month. Yes.
yeah.
Life resuming. Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
glad to be back and see all you people.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. Well, you were gone, right?
I went to both Gen Con and Origins, so that was a
Cool.
lot.
I couldn't remember if you were on the show or not, so, glad to be on the same page.
Uh-oh. Alan's just like really playing this joke, or he froze.
Oh, no!
I like to believe that he's just really committing right now.
I see. You're moving for me.
Oh, is
You're
he?
not frozen.
He wasn't for me.
Oh.
Now he's not frozen. He was. You were frozen for me. I had no idea if anybody else could see
Oh.
that.
Am
or
I
not.
back?
I thought you were just joking, Ryan. Like you were just like
No,
playing a
like
gag
his,
on-
like he was completely frozen on my screen, like in this like pose of like.
Oh.
I was like, wow,
I
Alan.
can see you, Alan. I don't know.
Ryan, are we
I
good?
see you just fine. I'd love
Okay.
to know from the people watching if anybody else saw you frozen or not, because it's quite funny actually. I wish you could have seen what I saw.
I wish we could all see what you see.
That's you don't
Don't
want
ever
that.
wish for
Don't
that.
ever wish for that.
All right, folks, we're back. We're live. We're going to play Tiny Supers. We're professional.
Yay.
We totally aren't winging this by the seat of our pants at any given moment.
No.
Ashley is unavailable tonight, so we are playing without her, which is okay because of our cinematic campaign structure. Quantum Chance is our focal point as we finish the second half of Chance's story. So we're going to recap. Who would like to do the recap before I pick somebody?
I can totally do it.
All right. Well, then I don't have to pick somebody because I was going to pick Ryan. So
I got most of it.
Ryan. Pick Ryan.
I mean, it wasn't like I remember. Like,
wow,
wow, Gina really did not want to give the recap.
we are just plagued by something
You
tonight.
think you think we've been off for a year at this point?
Ah.
How do I use this again? All right, let me recap.
Oh no.
Oh, she's back.
I have no idea. Like I have poltergeists in here or something today.
I thought you just didn't want to give the recap so bad that you left
Folks.
the whole stream.
When you buy a Gallant Night Games role-playing
Yeah.
product, the money goes to helping us train our team members and how technology works.
We're starting a new initiative.
We have a new charity. It's called Keep GKG on the Air.
It's,
Ah.
So,
I mean,
there'll be a bundle supporting us by the end of this month.
we can go back and forth, but the gist of it, I mean, the big thing that happened was Quantum Chance got his powers in the first episode through
Yeah.
science going exactly the way science is supposed to go, and not because Chance presses any buttons that he's not supposed to press more
the wrong
times than he's
button.
supposed to press them. Nothing to do with buttons. Science just did what science does and gave him powers, and now he's trying to adjust to those powers.
Do you want me to read what I wrote about that?
Oh, you wrote about it?
Yeah. They do an experiment in the lab. Chance is inside. He's supposed to press a red button. Experiment. He presses it, not sure if anything happens, so he presses the button a ton of times.
It might have been once or
Explosion
twice.
happens, projecting Chance through the observation window. Whatever happened? He pushed the button 17.3
That
times
wasn't seven-
to get his gimbal.
That feels like an exaggeration.
I'm not sure it was, though.
I don't know, 17 times is quite a few times.
Yeah, I mean that's what Nina wrote in her notes. Was 17.3.
All right, 17.3.
Do you have
is-
notes that dispute Gina's notes?
My notes say he pushed it 2 times.
Then you lose.
These are the notes that I just wrote.
It might be on the internet somewhere too, where we could verify that.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't need to do
You go
that.
take that down real fast.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Damn
And
it,
then,
Lori.
But yes, but
yeah.
he got powers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he did get powers.
He did.
And
get powers, yes.
Nina, you have a hyphenated last name.
Yes, Gibbs
Gibbs
Kingsley.
is the TA or an assistant in the lab, right?
She's the
Who
TA.
is
Well, yeah, the TA, right?
Mhm.
who over as the episode progressed, Nina was getting a little more and more intense until she was kind of revealing herself to be not quite friendly. Did you want to talk about that, Nina?
Sure. So, quantum chance happened to be some type of weird time anomaly existing in like every single multiverse, but all at once. Like,
That
I don't
makes
know
sense.
exactly how the science works, but he was like borrowing all of the physics and kinetic energy of all of
It's
his
just
multiverse
fine.
selves into one body. And the time police got mad about that. And Nina Gibbs Kingsley was an undercover agent who was meant to essentially witness that kind of anomaly and see how it worked and to take it out if needs be.
I don't know why they were worried. There's nothing to be worried about here.
I know.
I don't know. The advent of a super being is always, one of those
Ooh,
things. It's just
Super
kind
being. I like that. I like the sound of that.
In the middle of all the you getting your powers and kind of Gwen is starting to be suspicious of Nina.
Mhm.
Riker showed up, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dr. Riker, who is a super
Just
cool
Mr.
dude.
Riker.
It's Mr. I don't think
Mr.
he's got a
Riker.
doctorate.
I
Yes,
just
he has
know
a few.
Honorary ones, though, that he bought with his money and his generous contributions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, he's got lots of money. I thought he was with an organization, but I don't see that.
He runs
He is.
Swift Medical Holdings.
Oh, that's right.
He is part of an
Is it
organization that was
medical
not
company?
called SHIELD at all.
They're called Swift Medical Holdings. That's what I said.
So
No,
Yeah,
some other
innocuous
organization.
name.
things escalate. I have Nina pulls out a standard issue anti-gravity cannon. I'm sorry, Chance, this won't hurt
Mhm.
much. I think that's what he said. Total perfect villainous. And then there was a big fight. And Gwen was up in the quad at this
There was an
point.
altercation.
You guys sent her to get food. And then you and Dr. Sparks, right? Chance and Dr. Sparks get the heck out of there, grab Gwen. You run us way off campus because you can run super fast. And along pulls up a super cool vehicle that I can't remember what it was. If it was a limo or if it was just like a black Escalade or something.
It was a cool car.
Yep. And it was Riker. And he's like, and we were like, why do you want to save us? And he's like, did I say I want to save you? Then he's like, okay, fine.
Playing it cool, right?
Yeah. And so we headed up to Dr. Sparks's covert cabin in the woods, which no one knows about. And we were hanging out there, and she took us down into a kind of a lab, right? A sub-level lab.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was chill, and we were just getting comfortable because
Mm-hmm.
we were, phew, that was really scary. I'm glad we're here where it's really safe. And then what happened? Kaboom.
Everything exploded.
Yeah.
Nina
And,
killed everyone. Game
Yeah,
over.
Nina broke in, tried to shoot Riker with her quantum cannon.
I don't think she just tried. Didn't she actually like?
Yeah, well, she was trying to
Yeah.
hit, I mean, people, and she hit Riker, and
Yeah, you want to be more
Riker.
specific.
Yeah, I do have this. He gets hit and smashes into the wall and is all bloody cliffhanger.
I bet he lives.
Yes.
He's got to live. I mean, he's like Nick Fury. Nick Fury always lives. Or he's like evil Nick Fury. One or the other. I don't know. I can't.
Oh,
Well, we'll find out tonight. That's the point.
Yeah. You certainly will.
All right. So, loyal viewers, first of all, thank you for joining us. I'd like to apologize again for everything that's about to happen. It's that kind of month where I'm apologizing. I got an adventure submitted from a writer, and those people who know me personally know how I feel about puns.
Yeah, I do know how you feel like about puns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this Spooky's idea? Yeah.
Is it just a giant pun?
Yes.
It's not a giant. There's an adventure in there. But I feel like I'm going to be apologizing for publishing this for like years to come.
No, don't do it. Don't apologize.
Save it for April Fools.
I hate puns so much.
Release it on April 1st.
Oh no, it's perfect for Halloween. You're going to love it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Well,
I think my response email to him was some not PG-13 language. The question was like, is this suitable for publication? I think it was just a string of swears. So here we are. Folks, like you, we are friends who like the game together. The difference is we're doing it here where you can watch us, so bear with us. We are all coming off some long weeks, so we're probably a little scattered. We're kind of regrouping our wits, much like your regular groups are when they have a long break. There's a lot of catching up and seeing friends. So give us some patience, but we're on it, and we're going to tell some semblance of a story tonight. Good, bad, or choppy, there will be story.
yeah. It's going to be a battle. Only one will survive.
We come back from our mid-cinema bathroom break, having missed a couple minutes of the action, unfortunately. And Riker is laying in a wall, completely like blasted away by Nina Gibbs Kingsley. He's not dead or anything, but he's like sprawled in the superhero fashion, right, in the crater in the wall. Dr. Sparks has been caught in the side, energy of the blast and spiraling into wall. She's out cold as well.
Side energy.
Oh, like she got clipped and got knocked spiraling into the wall, and so she's
I
unconscious.
like it. I get, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Ryan?
Yeah, I
The
like it.
sassier you get, the sassier I'm going to get with you. So let's play that game. We'll see who wins.
No, I like this. I like it. It was a good
I love
descriptor.
you, Ryan, your roommate. Your total.
You're still,
normal
I'm
roommate.
worried that you're just gonna instantly be vaporized,
Yeah, me too.
but we'll find out.
So we have Gwen and Chance facing down Nina, who has somehow found this cabin.
Yes, because I called in some favors.
Yeah, you
Not
did.
any of that works, but apparently it's like magic, like just basically magic. And Dr. Sparks is still somewhere.
Knocked out.
No, she got caught by the side energy blast.
Yeah, but she's still here. Like her.
Yes,
she's still
just unconscious for the rest of the episode because Ashley.
unconscious, and like can't let her get kidnapped or killed.
No.
Oh, but quantum chance is not other people you should be worried about. Should be yourself.
I can just run away really fast.
Very
I mean,
true.
really, I'm just like
Okay, you're just gonna run away.
that might be something. We'll see how this pans out, but.
Well, how does it pan out? Nina's facing you down with a standard issue gravity blaster and some extra gear. She's now wearing like weird sci-fi power armor.
Yeah, I like it. I want it. I want some of that weird sci-fi power armor. I mean, obviously, I think that the first thing like that. Well, I don't know what like we're gonna have to work an initiative because there's no surprise here. I mean, Nina knows we're here. Nina fired the first shot. My first instinct is to try to disarm her before she can hurt people.
All right,
That's
so
my
why don't we
first
have?
instinct.
Okay, so Nina, in this case, you're the enemy. So Quantum Chance is going to make a test.
Whoa.
If he is successful, he will get to go before you. If
Okay.
he is not successful,
All right, let's do
we'll
it.
get to go after you.
Just a regular 2-die test.
Unless you have the trait that gives you advantage on initiative tests, yeah.
I don't.
There is a trait. There is a name for it. I don't remember it right
Oh
now.
boy, whopping! I got 4. So,
Hey Nina, you
what do you think?
unless Gwen is going before Nina,
I'm probably not going first.
you're not.
I'm
Well, remember, we're doing the alternate initiative rules where if you get a success, you go before the enemies, right? So did you roll a 5 or a 6?
I rolled 2 2s.
Okay. Well, you're definitely not going first.
I got a 5.
Okay. So Gwen will go, and then Nina, and then Chance.
Awesome.
I would like to. I have the perceptive trait, so I would like to have seen what I see in here that might be useful, like a place to hide or a weapon to grab or something like that.
Sure. Well, you get 2 actions, so you can spend your first action looking around. This is a crazy doomsday prepper's vault, and she's also happens to be a quantum physicist. So, what are you looking for, I guess?
I think, God, yeah, because I don't know that Gwen would, she's, as I've said before, is a lib arts major. So I don't know that she would recognize good tech to grab. So I think it's more like a defensive thing, like looking for something that looks like a shield or a good place to hide for both of us, or, take a defensive position, that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, there's all kinds of material around. You could easily grab something that could serve as like a physical shield. But Gwen's no fool, and a physical shield isn't going to stop a gravity gun.
No.
It's just going to make you float in the air holding the shield.
Yeah. Exactly.
There are all kinds of crazy liquids and stuff in here. You could just knock a bunch over and see what happens.
That's how science works.
Well, as I've seen from you, like, I see how that works.
There is a button. Would you like to push it 17 and a half times?
Yeah.
I think it was like 17 1/3.
I will do that thing where you see a bunch of liquids and you throw them toward Nina. And then I'm going to try to duck and cover for my other thing.
Okay. Excellent. Why don't you give me, you know what? I'm not going to make you roll anything. You just...
Some of it will hit.
Hey, Nina, why don't you give me a save test on 2d6?
Okay.
Get out of the way.
To get out of the way. All right. I have 1 success.
Excellent. So, I'll remember 96, all you need is 1 or nothing. That's all that matters. You manage to leap out of the way as these liquids crash into the ground and they start mixing. Sparks start flying. There's smoke and gunk everywhere. And the room starts to fill with this really noxious, billowy, thick, choking gas.
Oof.
Oh, gross.
Whoa.
Gross.
Yeah. Gross.
Does it obscure visibility at all?
Absolutely. Any range attacks will have disadvantage.
Okay.
That's it from,
Hey, it's end of Gwen's turn, so Gina, you're up. Or
Okay.
Nina, you're up. That's not going to get confusing at all.
No, it's not.
No, not even a problem. We should be used to names that sound kind of similar by now.
Yeah, I think that's just like our thing. That's like part of our brand for these shows.
All the names I've chosen for my characters do not sound like anybody else's name. I just want to point that out.
Well, the players will do it.
What?
What did you do? Because I'm not.
I called Nina Gibbs Kingley Gina
Oh,
because Nina and Gina look very identical in a glance.
you really do. And then I chose a G name.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll remember.
Right. Madi / Nina. What do you want to do?
Okay, I would like to take the focus action, and I have the marksman trait. How does that work with disadvantage?
So you still only get 1 dice. You
smoke.
succeed on a 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I will do that, aiming specifically for quantum chance with my anti-gravity cannon. Okay. And
Apparently
I did nothing to you.
I get 1 success. And I say, it's not me. It's not personal. It's what you did to the universe.
I'm going to say, as I'm being picked up in this gravity well, that it feels very personal to me.
You're in a gravity well.
Yes.
That's true. It's not a vacuum, though, so I can still speak.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just saying. She's taking her actions. It's your turn. You are now in a gravity well.
So,
So you're kind of floating there, like awkwardly in the middle of the room.
Yes.
As all this noxious gas is being pulled to you because now you're your own center of gravity.
Correct. I am going to. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if this is how there's no gravity at all, right? So it's like 0 G here.
For you, there's a localized no gravity effect.
So, opposite force. If I throw something against the wall, will it push me back away from? And also, wait, does this gravity bubble follow me, or can I get if I get out of it, am I back to normal gravity?
Well, why don't we ask Nina? It's her advanced future science. Nina, what's the
That's
answer?
True.
I think last time there was something that Quantum Chance did to get out of it.
I grabbed somebody that was running by, and they pulled me
Right.
out of the bubble. But there's nobody running by right now.
So that would indicate that it is a fixed bubble that is
Yeah,
stationary.
stationary.
So if I shoot my blast towards Nina, it should, in 0 gravity, push me away from Nina out the other side of the bubble.
I mean,
I'm gonna try it.
If your blast has enough kinetic energy to propel an object of your weight and size,
I'll use both hands.
Okay.
I'll shoot. I'll do my quantum blast out of both hands.
Please say no to that.
I'm still going to make you roll 2d6.
All right. I'm gonna roll. We'll see.
1d6 for each hand. There you go.
All right. Well, I missed with both hands. This is
Oh
great for
no!
me.
You fail to adequately fire at space, I guess.
I have missed space.
Well, I mean,
I
you're still
feel
getting
like I
used to your
fired and I just
powers.
spin
So,
I just spin
unfortunately,
Yes!
you fire your hands, and you're like you're a little stressed. This is uncomfortable, right?
This is very uncomfortable.
And so you're firing too quick, and all you do is kind of end up doing like a lazy upside down spin in like a circle, like in this gravity bubble.
Yeah.
You're moving closer to the edge. It's just gonna be a while.
Yeah, eventually I'll get there, right?
Right? Yeah, in a couple hours.
Okay, a couple hours.
A really lazy turn.
I'm gonna use my free action to call for Gwen to like save me.
Okay, a true hero there. Normal person with no powers, save me. Hey, Gwen, it's your turn.
Okay, cool. I would like to do the Nina, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to hurt us like this? I mean, I know you were being a jerk, but this is like full-on villain stuff.
This is like full-on villain stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
It is. You're right.
Yes.
And not swearing.
Mhm. And again, I turn to you, Gwen, and I say, whatever your name was, roommate, don't worry. We will take good care of Chance.
Oh no,
I
you
don't
won't.
think so.
So that's my thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to kind of jump up from where I am, and I'm gonna lunge into the gravity well to try to pull Chance's leg down. And we'll see how that goes.
I need that. I need that help. So
Okay, so you like run and jump into the gravity well.
Yeah.
And 0 gravity bubble. So the effect is you run and jump and you hit it, and you no longer are falling down because there's no gravity. You can't pull his leg down, but you do collide with Chance, knocking him out of the bubble on the other direction.
Well, that's all I needed.
Chance, you're gonna take 1 point of damage as you collapse. You just crash to the ground.
Okay, I'll mark that.
And now Gwen is like spinning lazily inside the gravity bubble.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was doing, so I know what that's like.
Better me than you.
Hey, Nina, it's your turn.
I guess so.
Okay. Well, that wasn't good. So I'm going to go ahead and try to, again, focus and try to shoot Chance one more time with my gravity again.
There's just gonna be gravity bubbles everywhere here.
Yep, just the whole thing. Oof. And I did not make it. I didn't get any successes.
All right. So you fire, and the gravity bubble rips apart a part of this wall in this basement and lab, and just pieces of like debris and wood and laboratory equipment are floating in the air now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chance.
I'm gonna use my super speed, if possible. My goal is to run close and disarm her.
Okay.
So, since I'm using a special power, that it fits with my character trait, so I get to roll the 3 dice.
What trait?
I have acrobatic.
How does acrobatic relate to your super speed, though?
Well, I figured that it would be a good combination since I could like acrobatically control my speed.
I want to be clear. You are telling me that your acrobatic trait is a direct result of your quantum superpowers?
I mean, I would say that he
You're
was
now
kind of,
inherently more acrobatic and dexterous?
well, probably because he can use quantum gravity.
Okay.
That's how I would.
When I turn off your
define it.
powers, I need to know what traits are going away. So that's fine.
So yeah, it's acrobatic, super movement, and super speed, like jumping. So
Not that I'm going to turn off your powers. Just, good to know.
So can I roll 3 for this disarmament?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
All right, I did get it on a 5, so I finally got
Right.
one success.
So you pull the gravity gun out of Nina Gibbs Kingsley's
Yes.
hands, I guess. I don't know. Is it a two-handed gravity gun?
It's totally a two-handed one.
And you were trying to do the cool action movie, flip it around and catch it and point it, but you kind of fumble it for a minute.
Probably. I don't know that I'm good enough to do that move. I just want to get it out of her hand
Oh, you got it.
and away, and I'm just gonna keep going away and
Okay.
just,
Out of the cabin, out into the woods.
yeah, I got her gun. She's
You can just,
got nothing.
Chuck it at one point.
Yeah, there's probably a lake somewhere. I don't know.
Gonna chuck the science fiction future device of anti-gravity into a lake on it.
Isn't that what you do with them?
It fritzes. We'll get to that in the sequel.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh. All right. Well, you've done that. What are you doing now?
Well, that was my actions, right?
Okay. All right. Hey, Gwen, you're floating lazily in an anti-gravity bubble.
I probably should come back for her at some point.
That's what I was thinking. I'm just floating, trying to get out, and Nina's still there,
Yep.
right? And but
Mhm.
Chance totally bamfed with the weapon,
I'll
right?
be back. I have super speed. It'll be like I was never gone.
I'm totally you've never let me down before. Ever. Can I get a little help?
I'm afraid not. You're gonna have to stick with me for a while, at least until Chance comes back.
No, but seriously, I don't want to be in this bubble anymore. Can I just get out of the bubble? What am I gonna do?
Run away, probably.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's a very good
That's what
point.
I would do. That's what I did. I ran away.
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I have car keys. Surely it's just like a giant bubble, right?
Yeah, it's literally like you're floating in this giant bubble.
I'm gonna see if I can break the seal of the quantum bubble with the sharpest thing I have on me, which is car keys.
Okay. You know what? I'll give you roll 1d6 on a 5 or 6. On a success, you can break the bubble. I don't know what the quantum sustainability and tachyon structure of the bubble surface is, but it's apparently stronger than car keys can penetrate.
It is totally stronger than car keys. It just looks like.
All right, so you and there's just waving car keys in the air at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up, and I'm sitting on the bottom of the bubble. Then
You're just floating in the middle of it because it's an anti-gravity bubble. You can't
okay.
sit on
Oh yeah, it's all from all sides. So it's
So you're just just turning upside down. Slowly.
I am not pleased. Those are my actions.
Yeah. Hey, Nina.
Well, I have, again, the Trap Master trait, so I'm assuming that Chance will come back for his roommate or Dr. Sparks or Mr. Riker. So I will start setting up traps, and just kind of last time, these are going to be gravity web type things, some type of net.
Sure, so you throw the different contact points around so he gets caught in them and stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Spending both actions doing that?
Yes, I will.
Okay, no worries. Hey, Chance.
Yes. That's
What do you
me.
want to... You've thrown the...
Back. I've done it. Through the thing. And I was zooming back in to try to get everybody else out.
All right, give me a save test.
Oh, from the trap that she just set
Yes.
that I wasn't aware of?
Yeah.
Failed. Epically failed.
Chance, you are floating in air again now.
Look,
so
I don't have I don't know how to use these powers. I'm an easy mark. I don't know why she's being so mean to me. This is like a bully. She knows how to use her powers. I don't. Gosh.
Okay.
I'm out of my depth here with this. Secret agent of whatever. I don't even. So I'm floating again. That's my turn.
All right.
I'm going to call again and be like, Gwen, I'm stuck again. We just need to get like a rope and tie it to each of our waists so we can pull each other out of this gravity bubble.
We're in like two separate bubbles now. So it's
Yes. Yeah. He's not even in a bubble. He's actually suspended in like an electrical triangle thing that's coming from these 3 contact points that Nina has put out. Nina, you've captured Chance.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Okay, I'm going to call it in. I'm going to call my superior at the Time Police headquarters. I don't know. You gave it a fancy name last time, and I can't remember because I didn't
Time
write it
Police
down.
headquarters was exactly it.
Did I? Because I don't have a fancy name in my notes. Where's all my mess at all?
Okay. Well, I am going to call.
Oh, wait. I did
person.
write down a name.
Yes.
No, I didn't. That was a lie.
Oh, okay.
Got nothing.
I got nothing.
Awesome.
Well,
I'm
TPH it is.
super excited about that. I'm going to have to watch the other episode. I watched it, and I just don't remember what I said. But I said a thing, and there's a thing.
I said a name. It was something.
Yep. It was super cool and official sounding and granted me plenty of authority. So,
Folks,
Oh.
we're here for your viewing pleasure. So sorry. All right, so you put it into your boss.
yes. And I say, I have caught Quantum Chance. He is in custody. I request extraction.
Excellent. Any collateral damage?
Some, but negligible. Can be covered up quite easily.
All right. Any other super powered individuals impacted?
None that we were concerned about. I say this because I don't know that Dr. Sparks and her situation was really something that I was informed
Dr.
of.
Sparks doesn't have superpowers.
I know she wasn't. She doesn't, but like extensions of her, which I'm sure that other people might know of because that's also something that happened last time.
Okay. Yeah, so there's like understood. We're en route. Nina, why don't you give me a perception roll? If you have the perception trait, you can have advantage. If not, 2d6.
Mm-hmm. I do not, so 2d6 it is. Okay, I got 0 successes. I think Nina's just very glad and caught unaware because mission accomplished. Why would I watch out?
That's fair. You turn around
Great
and both
point.
Chance and Gwen and Dr. Sparks are just gone.
They're just gone?
Your bubbles are still there, but they are not there.
Sweet.
Does this look like an extraction or does this look like they escaped?
How would you know the difference if they're out of the bubbles?
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming I've seen extractions before.
Oh,
From
I mean,
headquarters.
there is nobody else here but you now.
Oh,
You were just standing in this empty prepper's vault. And everybody else who was here is gone. Just gone.
just gone. Well, shoot.
And we're going to get away for a minute. There was, so Chance, well, Nina was on her little holographic time travel vocoder thingy, there was some weird humming noises, and something blue and cold and metallic grabbed you and moved you very quickly, far faster than you can move. And you're sitting in what looks like a corporate boardroom. And then Gwen is sitting there, and her hair's all frazzled and everywhere. And then you're sitting there.
Shrug.
There's like sparkling water on
I
the
look
table.
around confused. Stephanie.
A really nice corporate boardroom, big mahogany kind of table with like, it's got all the fancy.
Very fancy table.
Yeah, like we're talking like, Fortune 500 company, corporate boardroom kind of vibe here, right? Like you see in the movies. Big monitors on the wall, screens that show stock prices and news reports. And, there's a really nice wet bar on one end of the room.
I'm going to ask for a drink. Who's in the room with us?
Just you two.
Oh, just us two?
Yeah.
Well, then hell, I am going to just pour a drink. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I don't
What
know
is
how to process this?
Are you grabbing like the nicest drink you can find?
Transpire doesn't know what the nicest drink there is.
So you just grab a bottle.
Yeah.
And a disembodied voice speaks in the room.
Oh boy.
Not that one, please. Grab one of the cheaper bottles,
I'll
Mr.
put it down and get another one.
Don't drink anything. You don't even know where we
It's
are.
been a day.
The drinks are
don't even
I don't know where
we are.
we've been.
It's all right. It's all right, Miss Valentine. The drinks are complimentary.
Look, the voice said so.
Well, we appreciate very much that you got us away from Nina because, yeah, that was a whole thing. But where are we?
You're asking the good questions.
Oh, this is the corporate boardroom of Swift Medical Holdings. And there's a woman suddenly standing in the room and she's wearing like a pencil skirt and has a clipboard and her hair is pulled back in a bun. Very classic, like office administrative kind of vibe.
Oh, yeah,
But she's a little translucent, like a hologram.
Yeah, I've got bad news for you though.
You just tip my hand there. It's a hologram.
Where's what was the
Mr.
guy's
Riker.
name? Yeah, got some bad news about Riker.
He comes stumbling through the door in a minute.
Oh, he's
And
alive.
his tie is all disheveled and to the side. He's like, "Woo!"
Well, he doesn't look like he just got smashed up at least. So I don't know what happened.
That was crazy.
All of this is crazy.
Yeah, I'll say that time travel bounty hunter person shot me.
Yeah, I mean, she shot me too.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Chance, put that bottle back. Get a cheaper bottle.
Right?
That one's more than you make in a year.
These are all more than I make in a year. I don't
That's
get
not
paid.
true. That's not true. Down and 4 to the right. That's like a month's salary. That's fine. Get that one.
I don't know if I get paid for what I do.
Can I get you all a drink? You walks over to the bar. Can I get you a drink? Can I get you a drink? Anybody? Food? You hungry? We can order Chinese.
What just happened?
What just happened? That's a good question.
We were rescued. That's
By
what
who?
happened.
By whom?
Oh, by whom?
Somebody really quick, super fast. It's the whole thing.
Faster? Well, I'm super fast, and it wasn't me.
Oh, probably faster than you. Then.
That's believable. That's believable. So why did you rescue? If you could do this, why did you do this along when we first came to you for help?
Things are complicated when time travel's involved.
Well, yeah, I see that.
Who knows you can do time travel?
I'm sorry?
Who knows you can do time travel?
I can't do time travel. What are you going on about?
But you have people that can do time travel here?
No, the person after Nina. Nina can time travel. She's after you. You're ugh.
Well,
none of us here can time travel. The person trying to get you and her whole organization can time travel.
Well, that's crazy. Where is she? What time is she from?
The
Tomorrow?
future.
The future's a
How
long
do you think time travel works?
span.
Oh my gosh. You're certainly not from the past because they can't time travel.
What I don't understand is why anybody from the future would come to this time. This time sucks.
Just stop you. Oh my gosh.
Just stop
And the
me
woman's
from
like,
what?
"Sir,
From running really fast?
you're the one who brought them here. This is on you." And she just vanishes from the room.
Well, it is. You should owe some kind of explanation. You brought us here.
Yeah, I
after
still
all.
don't understand how we got here. That's why I thought there was the time travel thing.
You were carried here via super speed. It's the whole thing.
I mean, sure, I've done a little bit of that myself,
Right? See, you get it.
I guess. But who brought us here?
One of the superheroes in town, one would assume. The fast one.
Seriously? And they took you too, out of the wall?
Out of the Weren't you in a wall?
I know it's complicated. Like, here's the thing. Because of time travel, I can't tell you. There's like this whole I can't tell you too much vibe. I tell you just enough that you can do the thing right, but not so much that like I tip the hand and things go too good and then it changes the future. Like we gotta really like thread this quantum tachyon needle here.
I don't know what we're even talking about.
Time travel, chance, time travel.
Yeah.
The guys at Crazy Carl's are never gonna believe this. Like,
Well,
yeah, you can't tell them this.
that's the first rule of superhero stuff.
Well, that's not true.
totally makes
It's
sense.
just the rule of this part of the superhero stuff. Some things you can talk about, just not this one because it involves me. The
So are,
board and the stock prices would be really super duper unhappy if they knew I was tangled up in like supervillain time travel crap. And there's all the SEC investigations because if you can time travel, you can see future stock prices. That's a whole thing you just don't want to get into.
I didn't even think about that.
You
That's
think the
brilliant.
IRS regulates income tax? You see how they regulate time travel tax? Like it's bonkers.
That's brilliant.
so are you a superhero too?
I am rich
That's
and
a
I'm
power.
very smart.
That's a huge power here.
That is kind of a huge power.
Yeah.
I'm also exceptionally intelligent.
So
Okay,
did
I don't
you,
know if that's a power, but
it's totally a power.
It's true. I don't just push buttons randomly, so maybe it's really a detriment. I don't know, Chance. We'll see.
17.3 times.
The future will bear us out. Get it? Time travel.
sometimes you just gotta push buttons.
He thinks like a Drake. No, you don't. You never have to push buttons, Chance. That's not a thing.
I mean, it's worked for me so far.
Has it though?
I love how
I'm here, aren't
optimistic
I? I'm not-
Chance is.
Did you
I'm
know
not dead.
that Chance was going to get powers or that he got powers? Is that why you were at the lab?
I didn't know, but a good friend of mine did.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Chance. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of tipped off that some stuff was going to happen, and I should maybe go that way.
can I ask, is he going to get training?
On what? From who? About what?
Like about all the, you would like training, wouldn't you like training? You would, I think you would like training. You would like training, right? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Because
You're gonna train me on how to use my powers? Is that what you're saying? A free training program? Completely free? That comes with room and board?
I mean, you can kind of do amazing stuff, but
Is it? It's not quite that dire yet. Let's walk back the free room and board thing before we go too crazy. Look, I got you out of the jam. It's kind of your problem to deal with from this point forward. You're welcome to anything at the bar that is under $500 a pour. And you can take a couple minutes for yourselves, and then you got to clear out.
That's it? A couple
Can we-
minutes?
do that.
I'm sorry. What would you like, Chance?
Some explanation, guidance, point in the direction. As soon as I leave
Yeah.
here, Nina's just gonna come kill me again.
Like,
So,
seriously.
Are you gonna just
um,
keep rescuing me with your super fast
mentor?
whatevers?
Chance,
Yes.
has she tried to kill you yet, or has she tried to capture you?
Well, she's probably gonna kill me.
That's a bold assumption.
Look what she did to you.
I don't know what she's gonna do after she captures
What did she do to me?
You were
She
splattered in the
shot
wall.
you and splattered you against the wall. Yeah.
We don't even know what happened to Dr. Sparks. She was on
That's
the floor.
true.
She's fine. She's already at the hospital. Don't worry about her.
I'm gonna worry about her.
And the holographic woman appears, and she's like, "Sir, your next appointment's ready." He's like, all right, hang on. Look. Sorry?
I'm not going back out there.
You
I have
can't
to-
stay here.
Yes, we can.
I-
We're gonna stay. You're gonna let us stay. Come on, we can't go out there. I've got the
True.
charismatic trait.
Oh, use it.
Give me a
Use
roll.
that charisma, Gwen.
Oh, Gwen.
You're out there and like I don't even know what just happened, and I missed my shift. And they're gonna really be mad, and I'm worried about Chance. And like, you gotta help us, Mr. Riker, please.
All right. Give me a roll.
Okay.
Where's my? I have a picture.
A picture of what?
I have art for this game because I prepped, so I'm trying to pull it up because I did not prep that thoroughly.
I got a success.
All right. Here's the deal. I can't just like you kind of got to confront the problem and solve it. That's how the timeline works out. And if you mess with that, it goes all weird.
Yeah, but where's my training montage to get me up to snuff so I could go toe to toe against Nina?
This is the real world, buddy. This isn't make believe or a movie or a story we're just telling on the internet. This is.
Let him just practice here. Like, do you have a company gym or something he could go in? And
Let me go
Yeah, a quick sprint and some reps might solve his problem.
That's all I need.
I
Just need a couple lifts. Speed bags.
Get those gains, bro.
I'll do my best to help you, Chance, but we just need a safe place for a couple of hours.
All right, look. I got a buddy you can talk to who can probably help you with your problem. Kind of. But again, you got to follow the time travel rules if you're going to get this help.
I will follow all the time travel rules.
Really? Because so far you seem to be having a moment with them.
I don't know the rules, so how can I follow them?
Like, where's the PDF? Where's the link? Like,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Where is the book of official
And he,
time
like,
travel's rules?
Memory, and the woman like appears and she's like, "Yes, Mr. Swift," and she looks super put upon for a hologram. Like, you didn't know holograms could look this frustrated. And he's like, "They need the time travel PDF. Does he have the one HR prepped?" And she's like, "Yes, of course. Though it's a year out of date, and the updated laws, you know." He's like, "It's fine. Just roll them the hologram." And so there's like this holographic slide thing pops up, and it's like, "What you need to know about time travel?" And it's
Like
like
Miss Minutes.
except it's like one slide and it says, "Don't mess with it."
That's probably. Just don't even.
Okay.
Are you messing with it? Stop doing that.
Don't poke at the time travel. Just don't do it.
Okay.
He's like, "Look, you want to talk to my buddy?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. How do you feel about teleportation?"
I mean, is it really the me that comes out on the other end?
The science is a bit soft.
Let's do it.
Like there's this like weird feeling, and then you're standing in this other room.
Awesome.
I think I'm fine with that after what we've been through.
We have been through a lot.
And you are standing in a cafeteria, and it looks like a high school cafeteria with like the crappy tables with the plastic stool chairs that are like molded onto them.
I know exactly what you're describing.
Perfect. And there is a robot there eating some kind of noodles.
Oh, nice.
Robots eat
robot.
noodles?
This robot
What?
does. And this robot seems really excited about said noodles.
I mean, why
Robot
wouldn't he be?
train one is super cool.
I
Like
love
you've never
that
seen a
word.
robot this happy, which is impressive because you've also never seen a robot.
I've now
That's
seen a
true.
hologram and a robot. And
It's a big day for
And a
Gwen.
dude who can't be good. Yeah. And my roommate's super, super, super fast.
And
That's-
the robot kind of looks up at you and, "Oh, I apologize. I did not mean to be rude." And you both know who this is. This is Zero Dot Hero. He's one of the Century
That's a good
Force
name.
Prime team members.
That's
This is a big hero. This is like the kind of heroes you read about in the newspaper kind of thing.
right. Big deal hero.
Oh yeah, big. This is big deal hero with a capital B and a capital D and a capital H.
Wow. Okay.
He's also a time traveling robot and AI.
Teach me your time traveling ways.
I don't time travel anymore. That's part's broken. You are Chance,
Yes, that is I.
And you are Miss Valentine.
I am.
Are you both hungry?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Would you like me to prepare you food?
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Excellent. And the robot goes into the kitchen of this cafeteria place and starts making and like turns on an actual vinyl record player, which is playing Enter the Wu-Tang.
Nice. That's how he rolls. I like it.
And like the robot is like full on like head bopping along, and like you can see that glass nebula thing where the brain would be is like flashing colors and moving a little more animatedly.
Yeah.
And eventually he comes out with 2 bowls and steak pho and puts them down.
I haven't eaten in a while actually, and all this running around really fast takes a lot out of you. Honestly.
Do you like it? Does it taste good? Does it taste like pho?
Tastes like exactly like pho. I assume it is. Even
It's close.
Oh.
It's definitely not the worst thing you've ever had.
oh, it's not the best thing I've ever had. You're saying either?
Definitely, if you went to a legitimate, Vietnamese restaurant, this is not what you would get.
Right.
But he seems like he's trying.
And that's all that really matters at the end of the day, right?
Also, he has no taste buds, so it's really hard.
Also, I've been hungry for a long time.
Right.
We probably eat like, I don't know, cereal and ramen.
Right.
So it's good.
I understand that you have recently acquired your powers.
Yes, you understand correctly.
It's a little ahead of timetable, but I suppose it will work.
Give him the side eye.
I'm from the future. I mean, I know what already happened, kind of.
Yes.
So why are you here?
So I don't get kidnapped by some crazy time traveling agent.
Oh, this is the timeline where Gibbs Kingsley attempts to abduct you?
Yes.
Oh, this is better than the one with the ninjas. That's good. That one's rough.
Oh,
So what can I answer for you, I suppose?
Well, you can teach me how to survive, how to run fast, time travel, whatever I need to beat this agency.
Unfortunately, I don't have super speed as a power, so I can't really help you with that.
Well,
and I also can't help you with time travel because my time travel motivator is broken.
so
I've been unable to return to my time.
But
I
can you tell him how he gets better at it, maybe? Like what he has to do to practice?
Sure. Practice.
Give me some tips. Give me a regime.
Sure.
Do
So,
the work.
for example, what powers do you have?
Well, I can run really fast.
So
I can jump really high, and I
running.
can change my direction in midair, and all this crazy
Jump.
stuff.
Try to do those things, but every time you do them, try to do them better than you did the last time. It's my understanding
That's
that's
a great
how
pep talk. Every minute that you spend
Unfortunately,
talking to me,
Chance,
Nina
I'm
is
a
gonna
robot.
get one
I am
step
pre-programmed to the limit of my abilities already.
I'm going to look over at Gwen and raise my hands in the air like I'm doing right now. Like, why did he send us here? This is not helpful.
Were you in Mr. Swift's boardroom?
We were.
Were you
Now
annoying him?
I know. We just asked for help, and he sent us here.
He knows I can't leave the base, and he tends to dump strays on me and make them my problem.
Well, then we're your problem now.
Hey, Chan,
Yeah.
what if just start practicing your stuff here? Like, there's no one else here, right, Mr. Hero?
But you can call me Zero or Hero
Okay.
or Zero.Hero. Sometimes I go by Eugene, though not frequently.
Oh, that's a cool name.
Thank you. I chose it myself.
Excellent.
I mean,
Maybe you
sure.
could do some practicing to at
Let's
least.
get some practicing done.
Would you like to practice with me? I am about to go train.
Then yeah, absolutely, 100%. Let's do it.
And now we get our training montage.
There we go. I've been looking for this the entire time.
And in true quantum chance fashion, this training montage is mostly Chance like getting taken apart.
That's fine. This guy's
You're
an
like, I
actual
run really
legit
fast.
hero.
You get clotheslined, right?
He's a legit superhero. So
And unfortunately, again, time traveling AI and robot, well, exceptionally smart, comes pre-programmed. So learning and practicing isn't really a thing a robot does.
That's true.
He just is who he is at the start of his abilities, and things like improvement aren't really his forte because
He
doesn't do that.
Right.
And so he's like, do that, but do it better next time. Is like kind of the general thrust of his advice over and over again.
And I'll do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it better every time.
All right.
Try to
Just
watch.
a little better.
Because what was my trait that I totally just spaced on? I have insightful and or perceptive. That's more applicable. That like if I can notice anything that he does that seems to work well or work against him doing something well, I will be that awesome roomie and be like, no, you did that last time. Move your
You did
hand
that last time and it didn't work.
Well, like that.
So, all right. So, yeah, it's getting better, and you feel a lot more confident at the end of our little training montage here.
Yeah.
And Zero Dot Heroes, you seem to have improved. I estimate you're operating at a 15% better efficiency than you were prior to this session.
That's great, right?
It's an improvement. It is higher than it was previously.
All right. Well, I'm ready. Maybe not, but I'm going to, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm going to stay and train. Like, there's no reason for me not to.
Miss Valentine, would you mind waiting here? I need to speak with Mr. Chance in private.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Mr. Chance, would you accompany me?
I would.
And he leads you, he leads you to what appears to be an observation deck. And this observation deck, and you realize very quickly once you're on here, oh, I can see the city. That is Century City.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm floating over the ocean.
Oh, nice. Fancy.
And you realize you're in Skyhold, which is the floating like base for Century Force Prime that sits over the harbor.
Yeah, that's pretty fancy.
He turns to you and you have a problem, Mr. Chance.
I mean, where do you want to start with that?
The problem is not the one you think it is, unfortunately. And that will serve as your primary hurdle for the time to come. As a being who travels through time and experiences time in a different fashion than regular individuals, you and I are forced to confront the concept of free will and predetermination.
You're going to have to say that one for me again.
There is a reality where Nina Gibbs Kingsley captures you and takes you back.
Yeah, I don't like that reality. That's not this reality.
In that reality, taking you back saves the universe and multiple timelines and realities because you are split apart into your component infrastructure.
That sounds awful. No, wait.
It is not pleasant for you, but it is pleasant for all the realities that survive.
What? The reality's fine. I'm not going to hurt reality. It's fine.
That is also true.
Oh, great. Then we're settled. Reality's fine.
Think of yourself as a rock. And think of time as a river. If I throw you into the river, you create a ripple, and the river then diverts around you.
That's true.
You remain there. But you and I, we are not rocks. Your friend Gwen, she is a rock. If I threw her into a river, she would sink and she would divert water.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Gwen's not here for this part of the conversation because she'd be taking a beating. You and I are more like salmon. We can swim upstream. We can swim downstream.
So I'm a salmon. I got
In
it.
this metaphor, yes. Metaphors
Got
are the artifact of human language, and I find myself forced to employ them. I dislike them immensely, but they seem to work.
No, yeah, makes
Unlike your
sense.
friend Gwen, the rock, you are a salmon. You can move up and down the time stream.
Okay.
This means you have more insight into what is coming and what will be.
Okay. Right now, I have no insight.
Do you not?
I don't know. Nina's going to capture me and what?
I would
Just
suggest
me to my atoms. I don't know. Whatever you.
I would
just said was
suggest you
gonna
think carefully on what you've already been informed of.
happen, that I'm going to get kidnapped and dismantled.
Mr. Chance, when I say think carefully, I don't mean give me a response when I finish speaking. I mean, take a breath and think. You're a human being. It requires some effort to fire your neurons. I suggest you employ that effort.
He does need a tact module.
No, what I
What you're
need
saying
are
is that I
less
can see the future, is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm. Mr. Chance, the issue is not my tact module. It seems to be your comprehension module.
I mean, you forget that I learned all this stuff today.
Am I? Or are you not listening when I'm trying to help you?
Well, lay it on me.
I already.
Just, I don't
I
like
can't
the
believe
Cut him
you
some
joined our
slack. He's
team.
just a salmon.
I don't do the. I'm just a salmon in the river. I don't do
No, he's like a
clues
little
and
roe. She's not even a salmon yet.
You have,
not even a salmon. Yeah.
as in our example, you have insight that somebody like Miss Gibbs Kingsley does not, because you can travel up and down the river, whereas she is bound by the dictates of the technology she employs to lower herself in and out of the river at any given time.
Right. That makes sense.
Can you extrapolate a solution to your problem from this?
Yes, but I don't know how to time travel.
That's not what I'm suggesting.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like that would be the
I'm
most helpful
suggesting
thing.
you use your knowledge of the foreordination of events to inversely affect their outcome in a way that benefits you. If you know what her goals are, you can subvert them. It's like telling a story.
Right.
If the princess is always rescued from the castle, you can change it when the princess rescues herself. Be the princess who rescues herself, Chance.
Well, I got it. I'm gonna do it.
Excellent.
So I just can't. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna let her kidnap me regardless of what happens.
Believe it or not, though you are frustrated now, in the future, you and I become very good friends.
I don't know if I believe that, robot.
Every timeline is different.
Robot?
Oh.
He's got a name and it's Eugene.
No, he says he goes by Eugene sometimes. I will. Would you like me to call you Eugene? Because I will, actually.
No, 0.hero is fine. Or 0.
All right. Or 0 or hero. 0.hero.
Yeah. And so they come back in, and for some reason, you didn't know this, Gwen. You learned a lot today about holograms and robots. Robots can also look exasperated.
He's got his exasperation module put in.
And 0 kind of approaches you. Miss Valentine, I don't know if we will meet again, but it was a pleasure for the brief time we had together.
Thank you so much. Likewise. I just gotta try to shake his hand.
Yeah, he'll shake your hand.
Awesome.
I look forward to trying out this crawfish mac and cheese you recommended from Crazy Carl's.
It's the best. Crazy Carl's.
Well,
Crawfish Emporium.
Excellent. All right. So he kind of turns to you. I'm going to teleport you both back to the cabin in the woods where you were.
Okay.
Are you ready?
You're both standing in the cabin in the woods.
Yeah,
Literally, like from the moment we left, or from a different moment.
No, it's been some time.
I look around. Is Nina there?
We'll come back to that after we take our 5-minute break. All right, folks, we're going to take a 5-minute break. It is 9:35 where I am, so we will be back in 5 minutes at 9:40 my time. Wherever you are, you can deal with that on your own. All right, we'll see everybody soon. Hello, I return. And then the rest of the cast will return, and we will resume gaming momentarily. Paul asked a question, though, that we'll answer. Paul asked, does the Cityscape art a specific reference or like a micro setting? The art is from the Tiny Supers core book. It represents Century City. It's from that section of the rule book, done by Nicholas Giacondino. So there's your answer.
Cool. That was a good break.
Thank you. We have 2 post-movie credit sequences for this session that we'll have to do. And then I want to talk about some GMing stuff before we sign off.
Cool.
So I thought we'd end this Gallanverse campaign, try to end each episode or a little section with a talk about how we structured the story and GMing for people. So
I like that. That's a good idea.
So I got some stuff about time travel, having ran quite a few time travel related games.
Cool.
Quantum Chance, welcome back.
Boo.
All right, so Nina, they disappeared. You were left standing there.
Yes.
This was unpleasant, I suppose.
Yes. I'm sure I got told off by my superiors for
Well,
wasting their time.
your superior shows up, so we're going to go over this.
Mm.
And your superior looks like a giant snake person in power armor kind of thing going on.
Wow.
And he looks really unhappy.
Yes. And do I like bow to him? Is that like the corporate norm back at
Miss Gibbs
headquarters?
Kingsley.
Yes.
You have screwed up.
Yes, it seems that I underestimated both Chance and his companions. I did not know that there was a super being amongst them.
The companions were not the problem.
Uh-oh.
It was
Oh, no.
Mr. Swift.
Do I know about Mr. Swift? Is that something that I...
You don't.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
No.
So,
You should have been more clear about the situation you found yourself in. It's really hard to do that.
I know.
A no.
you made Gina do it like last time.
I apologize now, retroactively, Gina. I did not realize what I was asking you to do.
It's definitely not as easy as it seems.
No.
It's fun for hot minutes.
Props to the bloke who voiced the snake in Jungle Book. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah.
that...
Seriously.
Terry Mulder? Is that his name?
I don't remember. Mr. Swift is a member of Century Force Prime.
Oh. Well, I'm
This is
dreadfully sorry.
classified information.
Yes, I do believe that is way above my pay grade. I assumed that it would only be Quantum Chance involved, and he is simply he's currently in his lowest power level.
It appears that you have thoroughly botched the situation.
I
Kingsley.
absolutely submit myself to disciplinary action. I was unprofessional in my attempts and continued failure in this mission.
Indeed. Continued failure can be the name of your memoir. And like there's like a weird snake laugh for a minute. The arbiters have seen fit to give you one final chance to redeem yourself.
Does their generosity include perhaps something to do about Chance that would take him away from the Century Force Prime people?
We will ensure that they are removed from this situation.
Okay.
Be forewarned, Miss Gibbs Kingsley, that any further failure will result in severe punishment.
I understand.
And Snake Boss vanishes because I can't do that anymore. Done, never to reappear again.
He was replaced by his henchman, the middle manager, who has a totally normal voice.
Well, Nina has no more gun, so did Mr. Snake Man happen to leave some sort of replacement?
Oh,
I'm glad that didn't happen.
I'm regretting this now. That is perfect. Thank you. No, he left you no equipment whatsoever. He's
Okay.
clearly not interested in giving you any more help than you need.
Got it. Well, I am in Dr. Sparks's secret prepper lab, so are there things that I recognize as inventions that eventually become helpful in the future?
Well, you definitely see components that you could use to build stuff that hasn't been invented yet.
Okay.
So I guess my question would be, how desperate does Nina feel to solve this problem? Like, are we talking, like, ready to descend into, like, I'm going to build a power suit and pull the moon into the city, kind of like
Wow.
solve the problem?
We can
Like,
do
where
that?
It's a superhero movie. Of course she can.
Yes,
How this
probably, because this is her final chance before she gets disciplined by the arbiters, and so
Why
her
don't-
existence inside of reality depends on.
Here's what we're going to do. Roll a d6 for me.
Okay. I got a 3.
A 3? Okay. So I will give you 2 gadgets or items or like things of your choice you can build out of this lab.
Okay.
Wow.
And you can tell me what you want them to be and we'll figure it out.
Okay. I'm probably going to build some kind of like restraints, like manacles or chains or something to obviously capture Chance in.
So I want you to go like crazy. Like let's say instead of like manacles, let's say you build a gun that fires a giant electrified net that coats an area so he can't get out of it.
What?
Okay. Because the bubble is working, so I need to.
We're going full crazy supervillain. Let's lean into it.
Sure. Okay.
If things aren't hard for Chance, what's the point?
That's true.
All right. This is anti-reality net then.
Oh,
I love that name. That is the name of my new postmodern ska band.
anti-reality net.
ARN. Or
Okay.
and what's your second item?
Second item is probably going to be maybe some type of I'm drawing a blank here.
So let's think about how Chance has escaped from you before, right?
Yeah, it seems to be just because he just needs a push or some type of force to move him out of range. Whether that is himself, a friend, or even a superhero that's running by. So I would say probably, I mean,
I can help you if you
oh,
want.
that would be helpful, Gina.
What about like some, I don't know, like a splatter goo or something that slows him down?
Like Splatoon?
Okay, yeah.
Like a glue gun.
Yeah, basically.
All right. I like it. So you cobble these together and you finish just in time as there's a brief like bzz sound and both Gwen and Chance are just standing there.
Oh, she's down in the lab, right?
She's right there in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Holding
Do I-
like some weird glue gun thing.
in one hand and a net gun in the other hand.
Can I try to do something really
Dual
quick
wielding
before
this
she gets to
time.
act?
I tell you what, give me a d6 roll. On a 5 or 6, you can take an immediate action chance.
What about 6?
Did you just roll that, or was that pre-rolled?
I literally just rolled that.
Did you though?
I'll roll again.
Just giving you crap. You're fine.
Look.
What do you want? All right. What do you want to do?
Okay.
I never saw you swipe it off. It doesn't count.
I did swipe it off. Actually, I was just to tap it. Anyway,
What do you want to do?
I want to get her hands up in the air and zoom off so she can't hurt Gwen.
Okay. I mean,
And,
I'm going to just
slam
say
against
that
the wall
happens.
with the guns up so she can't
Sure.
shoot them.
I'm going to just say that happens. So you rush up, you grab her, and you both zoom away into
Yeah,
the woods.
probably into the wall or through the wall. I don't know if we can crash.
Or
through
you
the
just
wall.
crash through the wall into the woods, and so you're a good couple hundred yards away from Gwen.
We probably stumble and flip and yeah.
You go crashing and do the superhero tumble through the woods.
Yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't hold on to her guns through the entire thing, but maybe she will.
She does. Yeah.
Oh, I'd hope so. I just made
She's
these.
She's duct taped them to her hands. Nothing is making her drop them.
Yeah, just applied some of that glue, right? Just
So you're right. You've got that magic glue.
All right. So we'll have you two roll initiative. Gwen, what we're going to do is, because this is Chance's special boss fight scene, we're not going to have Gwen involved, but what you can do
Oh,
is 2 times throughout this, I'm going to allow you to either give Chance advantage on something or impose
Ooh.
disadvantage on Nina.
ooh.
So 1 and 1, right?
You get 2. You can do them however you want. You can do disadvantage
okay.
twice. You can do advantage
Okay.
twice. 1 of each, whatever.
No, that's awesome because I think she would kind
And
of try to stay
what-
out of the.
And what you do when you do that is you're going to jump in and you're going to narrate a little thing that explains why this is happening in the scene.
Cool.
And so that then we can focus on the Chance and Nina showdown.
I like.
All right. So Chance, what'd you roll on initiative?
All right, we're rolling right now. I rolled. Wow. To make up for those 6s, I rolled snake eyes.
Yeah. So no
I don't know how I
successes.
go from. I don't know how that happens.
Nina will be going first.
Sounds like it, and that sounds about right.
okay. Well, first of all, I am going to probably coat the area in the glue. Okay. So with my first action, I will do that.
Okay.
And then with my second action, I will try to shoot Chance with my anti-reality net.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is, with the glue gun, any attempts Chance makes to move really far to gain an advantage or something, like zoom in, zoom out or whatever, those are going to immediately impose disadvantage. Which is very difficult to do now because you have to spend most of your time avoiding pockets of this weird nano glue.
Yeah.
And then you fire the gravity thing in the air, and this comes down and locks Chance into the area so he can't escape.
Okay.
So he will always be somewhere in this area where you can see it.
Excellent. All right.
All right, Chance, what do you want to do for your 2 actions?
I mean, I'm gonna try to avoid the glue stuff and get to her. That's my only fighting is I have to be kind of close range. I mean, I have these blasts that come out of my hands, but I got to get close enough. So I'm gonna attempt to move in, close that gap, so I can use this little these blasts.
Okay.
So I have disadvantage. Is that right?
Yep, so disadvantage as you move.
Yeah. Where's my camera? Boom.
So you manage to zip up a tree and down, avoiding some goo. Okay, give me your
And
blast
then
roll.
I'm gonna come down and shoot her with the blast. So that's just regular 2 dice, right? So
2d6 because you're not mastered with it, right?
all right, I got a 6 and a 3.
So does your blast do anything special, or does it just do 1 damage?
No, it's just 1 I mean, it's just a it's just a damage blast. So it's 1.
So he up a tree, he's
And then
the tree splinters, and there's kind of smoldering trail across the tree where the friction has smoked it.
yeah.
And he blasts you with his kinetic energy blast and sends Nina tumbling backwards with 1 point of damage.
Ouch. Okay.
we're gonna cut right back to Nina. It's just the two of you back and forth. So
Sure. All right. I'm going to try to shoot the glue at his legs so that they are stuck onto his feet.
Okay. So because you are the villain, I'm not gonna make you roll. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make Quantum Chance make a save test instead.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
And so Quantum Chance
With 2 dice?
Yeah, well, let me tell you what the downside is first.
There's always a downside.
If you fail, you will not be able to move until you spend one full action removing goo from you, basically.
Okay, but I gotta try. So
now I'm just telling you what the consequences. And remember, Gina, you can jump in and give him advantage on a test if you want.
I don't know if I did it on this one.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
Okay, 2d6 roll. 5 or 6.
And 4 and 6 was my answer.
Oh yeah. So Nina fires the goo at him, and Chance manages to like skid out of the way.
Just barely, probably.
Yeah, there's a little splattering of goo on him. All right, what's your second action, Nina?
I'm going to probably do it again. I'm going to probably do it as many times as it takes.
Oh my gosh.
Even if I have to coat the whole forest floor in goo.
I picture like it's got this big oversized tank on your back, and it's just like spewing out this like stuff.
Like I said, Splatoon.
I've never played that, so I got.
Oh, okay. They have these. Whatever. I'm not. This is what it's picturing. This is exactly what it looks like.
Sure.
Okay, so do you want him to roll
So
again?
Chance makes the save test again.
Okay.
All right. And failed this time. If you can.
Okay.
You never get it to show up on camera. It's like the weird. It's like.
You can't take any kind of move action until you spend at least an action, like getting this stuff off of you.
Okay.
So you are covered in goo.
I am. I'm covered in goo. That's right.
What do you want to do? You have 2 actions.
Well, I'm going to use one of them to get uncovered in goo. Right. So I can't. And then how far away are we from each other right now?
30 feet, give or take.
All right. Do you think my blast can reach 30 feet? I mean, that's not super far.
It's a ranged attack. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right, we're doing it.
So you could just stand there and blast twice if you wanted, remember.
No, I want to get free of this goo. I don't like what she's going to do next. So I missed, though, with my attack.
Okay. So try to get your hands are covered in goop, but you just can't quite land the blast.
Right.
Cool.
I will scramble close to you to try to help you get out of that goo.
Okay, well, you're stuck outside the net, remember?
Oh, I'm outside the net.
Yeah, there's this big, you've been separated now.
I don't know if I can help you get out of the goo then. So
you don't have to narrate something that Gwen's doing, though. You can narrate anything you want to justify why he's getting an advantage.
You are in a big, science facility filled with crazy things.
Okay, awesome. My little narration is that you have that memory of Zero Dot Hero and the salmon in the stream. And you're like, I can do this.
Right, I'm the salmon in the stream.
Yeah, and you're gonna just blow out of that. And honestly, in my brain, it was the opposite of flubber.
The opposite of flubber, not as bouncy, but just sticks to everything.
Yeah, not a spittoon though. Ew.
All right, so not a spittoon. That is definitely not what I was saying.
The video game is called Splatoon.
Oh, that's
spittoon is a very different thing.
Like that he was throwing like spittoon goo at you, and I was like,
I like that so much more, though. This was great.
Yeah, it's just masticated tobacco juice.
So
just squirting.
The tape is actually just this giant jaw. Just like
that's what I meant. That is what I was doing. You all got me.
Chewing tobacco is bad, kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I did it.
All right. So because Gwen's gonna justify the help, you can have one bonus action there. Chance.
One bonus action or one advantage to my die?
Well, you already rolled to remove the goo and we're successful.
Yeah.
So,
but then I fired and missed, so I get to fire again, is what you're saying?
Basically, yeah.
All right. There, that's not a failure. 6 and a 4.
Yay.
All right, so Nina gets sent again with the blast tumbling through. And this time there's a crack you hear from your case on the back of your suit.
Uh-oh.
But does Nina care?
No, of course not.
Hey.
This is her last chance to catch Chance. Okay. All right. This time she's going to specifically try to shoot at Quantum Chance and attempt to kind of like glue his arms down because his legs, you know, they'll be taking care of what's on the ground. So she's going to try to like glue his arms down so he stops shooting her, essentially.
Okay.
So she's going to do that twice.
Okay. This time I'm going to have you make an attack roll.
Sure.
So 2d6 attack roll because you're not mastered with this weapon.
All right. Okay, and that was a success.
Excellent. All right, so Chance, you are hit with this blast of goop, and it pins your arms to your side.
Well, I'm just stuck again, like I have been.
Go.
My ultimate nemesis, anyone that stops me from moving.
You can do it.
All right, so I'm going to try to break through again, right?
Okay.
So let's try that.
The salmon.
The salmon.
Yeah, I get that you keep saying that.
It's a constant GM struggle of I'm trying to lay enough clues that you get it, but I don't want to just tell you the solution.
Dude, trust me, it's been 2 cons in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like 4 hours of sleep. But
Her goal is to capture you.
right, but I'm not going to let her do so.
Right. So your task is to remove the need for her to capture you.
Yeah,
Because
but
you know what her goal is.
right. The only way I could do that is by running away as fast as possible.
Is it though?
Well,
It
I don't
hasn't
know.
worked so far. I mean,
I don't know how to outrun somebody that can travel through time and knows exactly where I'm going to be.
Right. So how, knowing that you know science and tachyon things, how do you stop somebody who can travel through time?
By blocking their ability to travel through time,
Okay.
which is what I would do through some sciencey method. But I don't know what she uses to travel through time with.
It doesn't matter. Like, for example, regardless of what radiation is, lead blocks it, right?
That's true.
So is there something that blocks time travel equivalent?
I'm sure some kind of tachyon quantum field that, I don't know, is it possible
Maybe,
to
like-
generate such a thing?
Sure. Like if you were to adjust the polarity of the anti-reality net that surrounds you.
Oh, yeah, that's not something I ever would have thought of doing, but yes. I didn't know that my powers would be able to, to do that. But if
I
they can,
didn't either. That's why I'm saying, do you want to try it?
absolutely I do.
And that's the whole. I mean, I'm trying to get you to come up with a solution here.
No, if I could just go wild with my powers, then absolutely. Like that's why, like when we chose those powers at the beginning, right? And like I don't know how much freedom I have to like be flexible. with how
Your
they
powers
work.
have very specific effects, right?
Right.
But you also have a trade for your character, a job, a task, and your trade is quantum researcher.
That's true. So yes, then I would absolutely do that because I can shift the gravity and I can shift the polarity of the tachyon particles all around us to prevent her from getting access from her time travel. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense to me. Do I
Okay.
need to roll to do that?
Yeah, you only get 2d6 normally unless somebody's going to give you a bonus with the remaining
Unless
one
the-
bonus they have.
Unless the one person that can give me a bonus does it.
This is where the final heel turn happens. He gives you this message. Fully betrayed.
Yeah, this is going to be a roommate voice, like because I see that look on your face, and I totally know when you're starting to get frustrated and you're just like you're just
I'm
going to give
good.
up because you're just frustrated and you're just like whatever. I'm gonna go play Witcher 3 and shut up, and I'm in my room, and so I'm gonna yell, Chance. So I've got that roommate mom voice. Chance,
Right.
you got this.
I got this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to draw on all of this information. And I'm going to make this roll. All right? With
Give it a
3
roll.
dice. And I get a 6, a 1, and a 2.
All
That bonus die helped.
Woo!
It definitely helped.
So you do this like zoom around the net thing. And you
Yes.
zoom up to Nina and you quickly like rewire her net control panel on her glove she built or whatever. And you hit this button on it, and sparks fly, and both you and Nina are tossed to the side in this burst of weird energy. And you stand up, and all of a sudden, Chance can't move very fast. You just move normally.
That's not good.
Hey, Nina, it's your actions.
Okay. He's not.
He can't move fast.
He can't
I'm
move
just moving
fast.
normal.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to shoot my anti-reality net at him again to make a smaller localized net directly around his person.
The anti-reality net gun fritzes and sparks, and then starts to melt the slag in your hand.
Ah. Okay. Then I try the glue gun to again just try to glue him to the spot.
And the same kind of thing happens. It like fritzes and like it almost appears to like disappear from view for a minute and then reappear like a centimeter to the side.
Ooh.
And then the whole thing just like kind of and just explodes into like gunk and goo.
Dang. Was that like my 2 actions?
No.
No? Okay. Well, I think then she'll probably like throw the guns aside then and just like run and tackle Quantum Chance into some of the goo that's already on the ground.
The goo's not goopy anymore, Chance. It's just kind of like pudding.
All right.
It's not great. It's super uncomfortable. And at this point, you look up and the net you had built is no longer pulsing that soft purple color you used to. It's now a weird like yellow green.
Oh.
And you can look outside and you can look inside and then you realize all the trees inside the net are changing colors.
Oh.
And none of the trees outside are. And it's quickly apparent that Chance has rejiggered the net, so you're moving at the same wavelength he is.
Oh.
And you quickly realize, oh crap, I'm out of sync with the time stream. Like Chance is.
Oh.
I exist in multiple universes now.
Dang.
That seems bad, right?
Yes, it is bad. Okay.
I hope it's bad.
Well, I think Nina knows now that she also has become a time anomaly that she will have to go to time prison. And I think considering the fact that she had dedicated her whole career to that trajectory, she's going to make sure that if she has to go to time prison, Chance sure as hell is also going to go to time prison.
Wow.
He was like wrapped out, like throw a punch now.
Yep.
Vindictive for sure.
So Chance, you get like clocked in the side of the face. And like
Yeah.
Nina Gibbs Kingsley's eyes are just wild. Like this is a woman
Wow.
who now has like she was a person who like had a goal, right? This is a woman who had a 10-year, 15-year, 300-year I'm a time traveling agent plan, right?
Oh.
And you have just put the whole thing on ice.
Yeah, but I don't love it.
Okay.
So now we're just fist fighting and rolling around in the forest, which I guess I can do, but I'm trying to keep her more away from me and like more like.
Okay. So you're like running to keep trees between you as she's
Yeah, I'm like, get away from.
Just
I'm guessing I'm gonna roll for this.
Throwing rocks at you.
Right.
like it's at the point where she's grabbing pine cones and like hawking them at you.
I mean, I'm not like a killer, so I'm not going like going for like the killing blow.
Yeah.
You're just trying to not get like pegged by a rock.
Failed though for that. So
So you're fine. We're in mostly narrative mode at this point.
oh, nice. But I still failed. So
And there's a weird cracking sound in the air, and there's like a snake person in power armor standing there.
Oh.
great. So you're gonna do the voice.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes. Miss Gibbs Kingsley. Stand down.
Okay. I think Nina will definitely kneel on the ground, prostrating herself into submission.
Mr. Chance.
I don't even know what to think about this thing.
Yeah, it doesn't know anything about you. His eyes don't blink or anything.
That's creepy.
You have proven a thorn in our side.
I haven't done anything.
It is not about what you have done, but about what you will do.
Well, perfect. I just won't do it. Problem solved.
Such things have no simple solutions. Gotta quit picking us words, Alan. Come on.
Slippery solutions sometimes.
You appear to have disrupted our best agent.
Good. You're welcome. I don't know.
You are an exceptionally lucky individual.
Thank you.
We will be watching you with avid interest. And like there's this like popping sound and this is different all of a sudden. This guy looks like a snake person in power armor, right? Like, and then these two stone like obelisks are suddenly on both sides of Nina.
Uh-oh.
And they are like this jet void blacker than black color. And from in between them, this like crackling purple energy field emanates surrounding, and they start to like, and there's a sound, and there's all gone, and the net is gone, and the goo is gone, and you are just standing there in the forest. And this one copse of trees is like autumn colored, and everything else is green.
Is it over?
I don't know. I don't even know what just happened. There was a snake in armor.
I think they took Nina away.
I mean, it looks like it.
It kind of sounded like they were going to lay off for a while, but they're watching you.
I mean, let them watch. I don't know if they're going to see anything that's worth watching. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do that's gotten them all worked up in the first place.
And there's like this gust of wind through the trees and like this streak of blue light. And all of a sudden, humanoid shape in blue power armor looking like full body like armor, right? Like, hang on here. I have a picture. I always have a picture. Where's my picture? Crap. There it is. I have a picture. I always have pictures. This is obnoxious. All right. Picture.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Blue power armor.
Nice.
Standing there in front of you. And Mr. Chance.
I mean, hi.
And the helmet like opens and does his fold back, and Swift is standing there in the suit.
I thought you said you weren't a superhero.
No, I never said that.
A gesture to the whole. You said you had no powers.
I don't. Why do you think I have to wear a suit?
I think that qualifies as a power.
That's a detail. Are you ready to talk about your admission to Century Force Prime?
I would love to talk about that. Does this mean training is back on the table?
Yes. Well, you know what? We could talk about it. He looks really upset that you like ruined his dramatic moment there for a minute. And that's where the movie cuts. And the credits roll, and halfway through we get our first credit scene. Gwen is working at Crazy Carl's Crawfish Shack. And as she's working, a customer puts in an order for Eugene, and she looks up at his Hero in like a trench coat and a fedora, but nothing else hiding who he is. Like getting the crawfish macaroni. And then the rest of the credits roll, and we cut to a weird multi-dimensional installation floating in the blackness of some sort of void, not even space, some other void. And it looks like this weird non-Euclidean kind of MC Escher style structure. And in a bizarre gel cell, Nina Gibbs Kingsley is floating. And as she's floating there, a mysterious dark figure approaches out of the audience's view. And a voice, Miss Gibbs Kingsley, the arbiters of reality have a task for you. And then we cut. Boom.
The arbiters of reality.
Cool.
Oh, and then we roll credits.
Credits. You should have stopped. You should have stopped that credit scene in the middle.
Well, it's really hard to do because there's no like halfway point. Like it's on or it's off. If I stop it, I have to restart it.
That was okay though, because
it was good.
Those were great. Credit.
Yeah, I liked them. I liked that one.
I know. I liked the Eugene part and the Nina part.
Yeah.
I hope he ends up being a nice little robot friend, but
I know.
he got off to the wrong foot.
He's going to be your buddy. You and Zero Hero are destined to be friends.
Exactly. He knows it. He told you.
Yeah.
You become fast friends in many timelines.
That's cool.
Aww.
Yeah, just maybe not this one.
That's up to you, Ryan.
In many timelines.
So that was the first two-part origin arc of our Gallanverse campaign. We will finish Ruthie Sparks next week when Ashley is back, after which we'll roll into Maddie and Gina's characters. Woo!
Yeah.
But I want to talk about GMing for a minute now that we've wrapped the first arc, because I want to talk about GMing with time travel and superhero problems and solutions. Because there's two topics that came up a lot tonight, and they're both kind of tricky topics for GMs. So I want to give 3 tips that I use when I'm dealing with superheroes and time travel and origin stories. First, you get 1 free out with time travel. That's it. Right? The Riker Swift rescue was the 1 free out I had prepped. I was like, if they need a help, here's the out. And then if they ask for more help, you always go, can't, timeline. Everybody
understands training.
That, right?
Give me training.
Right? So 1 out, and then it's can't jeopardize the timeline, and you're safe. That's your GM freebie. All right. You just got to do it kind of subtly. Got to kind of slide it in there. All right. 2, superhero powers. They change panel to panel, and like Spider-Man is as strong as he needs to be when he's doing something.
That's true.
Right? Sometimes he can stop a subway speeding along a track. Sometimes he can barely lift a car. It depends on who's writing them, and it depends on who the audience is. So don't hesitate to allow somebody to kind of flex their powers on a nebulous scale based on like a panel-to-panel interpretation. Don't go cog wild. Don't always break the rules. But like, quantum science, you can inverse the polarity on this thingy. Well, that's fine, right? That's a logical extension. Saying, quantum science, you can build a mecha that punches a time-traveling kaiju. And that's not really reasonable, right? So don't hesitate to kind of give the players a little bit of rope to solve the problems, because the comic book genre is all about solutions that don't seem obvious because the writers get to make it up as they go. And as the GM, you should give yourself that freedom when running a superhero game. Don't break the rules, but it's okay to bend them in service of the solution. Okay? And then the third tip is it's a lot more fun when everybody's on board and players can win. But it's really hard to try to get a player to realize the solution to a problem no matter how many clues you give, because it's super obvious to you as the GM. And no matter how many princess and salmon metaphors you throw at them, they're not going to get it.
Well, I also wasn't really aware of the depth of like how I could just use my own powers to affect the narrative outside of mechanically speaking, which is good to know that you have that kind of ability.
Well, and that's fair, and part of that is viewers won't see this, but the Patreons will. We did a session 0, and I did talk about how we flex the powers.
That's
but
true.
That was
a long time ago.
8 weeks, right? And I should have probably recapped that. So as a GM, it's a good note for me to remember to like, hey, this is the tone we're going for, and kind of refresh the players. I can't expect them to remember this every week to every week. So
I like the idea that powers have a very mechanical. This is what they can do mechanically. You can run fast, you can jump, which gives you bonuses to movement. But then, outside of mechanics, like what can they be done narratively? Like, can you run so fast that you form a tornado like the Flash does? I don't know. Can you, all those things.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I feel like the traits, the power traits, just like the traits, but they're written with enough specificity that you understand that, when you're going to like, I want to own that trait. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like that flexibility is because they're not that, like you can lean, like you said, you can flex different ways with it. If I say, hey, Alan, can I do this? And you could say, yes, you can, or, well, how about, instead of this is what I thought I could do, you're like, oh, I see where you're going, but how about this?
And the example I give when I talk about this is the super strength power set, right? It gives you the strong trait, which means you get advantage on testing to lift stuff. It does not say you can lift 1,000 pounds, right? It does not say you can lift 2,000 pounds at tier 2. It says you can test, and then the GM gets to go, okay, you normally have advantage, but you want to lift a battleship? Well, now you have disadvantage, right?
Right. Sure, that makes sense.
And so the idea is that these traits are designed to, the advantage-disadvantage mechanic is what flexes how hard something is. Super strength just tells you this is normally pretty easy. And the narrative weight is that advantage-disadvantage mechanic when we're running tiny supers, right? And so it's a more narrative approach to power structure, which is a big throw-off for a lot of superhero RPGs, I think. A lot of us are used to, I know I was, before I wrote this, I was used to, I have points and, this is what I can do. This is my limit.
Big eyes, small mouth, kind of building your superhero.
Sure, or,
at
X rank of super strength, I can lift 10,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I can do, right? There's not as much give in the mechanics because they're so specific. And so when we, as a superhero GM, when you're running a superhero game, it's okay to say, on this panel, Spider-Man can lift the semi-truck, but he can't in 2 issues because the story doesn't need him to, right? It's, who is it? J. Michael Straczynski once said, when talking about Babylon 5, I believe it was him, I might be misquoting, the fighters, they arrive when I need them to in the episode, they fly at the speed of plot. Somebody asked him how fast their little starfighters went, and his answer was, they always arrive when I need them to, because that's the story. And superhero powers are exactly that same way. So.
Yeah.
There you go. There's my little GM spiel at the end.
I really loved how the boss fight, like the two, the super and the big bad, the villain were going at it, and like that there was narrative stuff that I could throw in there a couple times, but that you ultimately those panels are going to be full of those people, not, so that was super cool.
Yeah, it's superhero games can be hard because we all want to do the big team up fight scene at the end, but a lot of us, when we come to play a superhero game, we want to do origin stories, right? Mm-hmm. I'm playing my hero. I want to tell you how they got here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's where this cinematic structure is great because we all get an origin story. But the drawback is, and you saw it throughout this, there's a lot of times where Chance is always in the scene and everybody else might not be there for 20 minutes. And so giving players a way to have input is super important, and the you can apply or disapply or advantage, disadvantage. I just ad hoc that at the moment because I was like, I don't want to leave Gina sitting there for like 30 minutes, because that's not fun for you on a stream where like people are watching this, like, oh, Gina has to stay here for 30 minutes.
I actually personally wouldn't mind, but I know what you mean because there are folks that it'd be a little harder to But yeah.
And so saying you can interject. It doesn't have to be about your character. You can just narrate something to make the scene more interesting.
That was super cool.
And so trying to remember, there's a balance, and comics I think are especially tricky because one, they cover every genre, right? If you want to do science fiction, you can do that in comics. You want to do fantasy, you can do that in comics. You want to do all of that with superheroes, you can do that, right? Comics are every genre with an extra layer of superheroes.
That's true. I mean, that's what I like about comic book movies.
That's why that also means when we're playing, all of us have a different idea of what a comic is, right? So if I were to go to my wife and say, let's play superhero games, she'd be like, okay, Gem and the Holograms or Mind Management, which is, they're all great comics. But for me, I'm like, I'm talking like classic, like 80s, 90s Avengers. Like this is where I'm hanging out, right? And so trying to establish the baseline of what we're all communicating on with comics is a lot harder than almost any other genre because there's so much more in the genre.
That's true.
I never really thought about that, but that's valid. I never thought about that.
And so, working to establish that tone and make sure everybody understands, that's where these tools of, it's okay to flex the powers. It's okay to say you're not in the scene, but you can have some narrative input. That all goes a long way to making the comic book stories a lot easier to tell.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Well, we are 3 episodes in. We are going to finish Ruthie next week, and then we are going to go into one of our other 2 stories for 2 sessions. So we'll be 7 sessions in, right? No, 4, 5, 6. We'll be 6 sessions in.
We'll be, yes.
We'll do our halfway Q&A like we did last time for our 6.5, and then we'll do the last origin story, and then we'll do our 4-episode team-up movie. Boom.
Nice.
Cool.
That'll be a fun one.
Ruthie Sparks was an excellent cliffhanger too. So it was so good.
I gotta rewatch that one because I had to rewatch this one instead this time. So,
Oh yeah.
Is that the one? Oh, you were in the pool hall, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. You were in the pool hall talking to the
Like,
immortal wizard.
and boom. Yeah.
There was the wizard. That's right.
Yeah.
And the Valkyrie, who was not very friendly.
Nope.
Yeah. You should probably watch the episode, Ryan.
I will.
Because I'm gonna have to, so we can watch it together.
I will watch it.
I took notes. I can send them. Maybe they might not be coherent.
All right, folks. It's been a pleasure. We're gonna go ahead and sign off. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for cheering us on as we play Tiny Super. So, woo! We'll be back at the same tiny time next week.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just turn the